We're drilling 15 to 20 holes a day.
Sean Kennedy is a seasoned fisherman and charter captain, and he knows his stuff. He's holding an auger, a tool that drills deep into the ice to prepare fishermen for a cold day of great catches.
You've got a giant body of water, or a bigger body of water, and you're trying to get fish through an 8-inch hole. You can't fan cast like you can in the summertime, where you can pick apart structure.
So how do anglers stay safe above a frozen body of water? It starts with a tool called a spud bar, which tests the sturdiness of the ice.
So a spud bar is a metal tool that you can use to kind of check and make sure that the ice that you're going on is safe. Basically, the most basic things, obviously, is safety equipment would be the first thing. So I usually will have a spud bar with me. I also usually will wear cleats. Obviously, you need rods, bait, and depending on where you're fishing, that'll kind of determine what you're going to use for bait.
Next, a tip that these experts hope all are aware of.
Don't fall through.
Kidding aside, Sean has actually seen it happen, and it's more likely to happen than you may think, which is why the thickness of the ice is so important.
Ice fishing is safe when the ice allows you to go out on it. So you need a certain amount of ice thickness that can accommodate people, and even more ice if you're talking about bringing out snowmobiles, four-wheelers. In some northern water bodies, you can get trucks out on the ice. So a standard is 4 to 5 inches is baseline safe.
It's 1.5 inches with an average temperature of 20 degrees for 24 hours. So if it's 30 degrees during the day and it's 10 degrees at night, if it was 12 hours each way, you'd have a 20-degree average temperature. On a lake that's skimmed over with ice and no snow on top of it to insulate it, it would create 1.5 inches of ice in 24 hours.
Next, anglers should have a PFD, or a personal flotation device.
If you don't have a float suit and it's early ice, late ice, and you're spudding out, you should have wear a life jacket. You know, a lot of people don't want to spend the money on a float suit. So if you wear a life jacket, at least if you fall through, you're going to pop back up and you have a better chance of getting out. Ice picks always around your neck when you're dealing with early ice or late ice.
Lastly, fishermen should have a sound shelter that keeps them warm and safe from the elements.
There's many different kinds of shelters. You can have uninsulated shelters, which are lighter weight, relatively less expensive, up to heavy-duty insulated shelters, so they block the wind, get you out of the cold. You run a heater in it. I mean, it can be 60 degrees in there, and you can fish all day long.
And fish all day they will. Seasoned anglers know the best winter catches. Perch and walleye are just the tip of the iceberg of fish you can catch here in northern New York.
We live in an area where we're just spoiled rotten. There's such a great variety of fish species to target. Here where we are on the shores of Sandy Pond, people often target yellow perch, northern pike, crappie, bluegill, pumpkin seed.
Being highly accessible and affordable, ice fishing can be a great way to get your feet wet in this fun pastime.
Fishing is for everyone. Ice fishing in particular is very easy for lots of different folks to access. It's great to get kids started on fishing. It's a very fun, novel experience, getting all suited up in your snowsuits and heading out on the ice. It's great additionally because, if it were summertime, you need a boat to get to some of these areas, and boats are very expensive. But when we have ice, you can access those just by using your own 2 feet to walk out there.
Stacy encourages anglers to carry their New York State fishing license before heading out on the ice. In Sandy Pond for WPBS Weekly, I'm Luke Smith.